right, thank you very much for joining us once again. Time to bring you latest from the world of sports, and my name remains Adamu Muftar. With 2 days to the World Cup, the fever is gradually gaining a crescendo, and Ghana is no exception. Some countries are also preparing for the 2014 World Cup, and Ghana went berserk yesterday in the United States of America when they defeated South Korea by 4-0, with goals coming from on-loan striker Jordan Ayew. He scored a hat-trick, and then captain of the side Asamoah got to 1 goal to ensure the Black Stars were 4-0 winners over the South Koreans. The first game for the Black Stars, I'm talking about the preparatory exercise, ended 1-0 in favor of the Netherlands when they played at the Rotterdam Stadium. So those of you who missed out on the footage yesterday, it was played very late. Those of you who missed out on the footage, let's go for the footage between the Black Stars of Ghana and the South Koreans, played at the United States of America, where Ghana won by 4-0.
Cruzamento, Boateng passou, na sobra, batida! Gol de Ghana! Ayew acabou de entrar no jogo. Jogada do Jean Zamoa. O cruzamento era para o Boateng, passou e sobrou para o Ayew, que contou com o desvio na zaga coreana para complicar a vida do Sun Ryon. Aos 10 minutos, passando um pouquinho de 10 minutos, Ayew mandou pro gol, desviou no Bokyung. Tá valendo isso aqui, ó, tá valendo tudo. Ayew puxou pra perna direita, bateu! Gol! De Ghana! No melhor estilo de comemoração.
And then yesterday was some good news for James Kosiapia as he led his side to a 4-0 win over the South Koreans. Many were of the view that he paraded a second-string side in the first game against the Netherlands, and they lost by 1-0. And that unfortunate incident happened where Jerry Akamenko got injured and was ruled out of that World Cup 2014. So some good news for James Kosiapia and the Black Stars, but the question is, can they do the do in Brazil? They were quarter-finalists in 2010 in South Africa. 2014 Brazil, they have qualified. Can they lift the flag of Ghana aloft? Only time will tell. Many of the view that they are not that fit for that game. They will be playing against the United States of America in the first game. The second game will be coming up against the German national team, and the Portuguese would come last in the group phases of the 2014 World Cup. James Kosiapia and his charges will be flying out to Brazil after that international friendly against South Korea, and they'll be pitching camp in Natal, where they open their campaign against the USA on the 16th of this month. So World Cup starting on Thursday. What are your expectations? Can the Black Stars fly high just like they have done against the South Koreans? Did the South Koreans give them the necessary opposition they needed to ensure they prepare enough for the 2014 FIFA World Cup? Many have doubted Kosiapia's credentials, but he's doing his best as far as preparation is concerned. And 2 matches for a country to prepare, many say it's not enough, but some people say, well, you don't need much preparatory exercise, or you don't need much friendly matches to ensure you prepare enough for the 2014 World Cup. So only time is going to tell whether Kosiapia and his charges are going to lift the flag of Ghana high, or it's just going to be one of those things that you just play 3 group games and then they are out of the 2014 World Cup. But some bad news for James Kosiapia, because striker of the side Abdul Majid Waris is likely to miss the opening game against the United States of America. He picked up a thigh injury in yesterday's international friendly against the South Koreans, and subsequently replaced by Jordan Ayew, who came on to score 3 goals for the Black Stars. So what's going to happen is there's going to be a prognosis, and earlier on the prognosis didn't look too good for Abdul Majid Waris. And as to whether he's going to recover in time to make the final squad is another thing that is currently lacking in the mind of James Kosiapia. So Another international friendly will be coming up. That's between Ireland and then the Portuguese national team. Remember, the Portuguese national team are Ghana's opponents. So talking about the Portuguese national team, they also have some good news in their camp because Cristiano Ronaldo has returned to the side after missing out some training sessions for the Portuguese national team. And remember the problem that is surrounding the injury situation of Cristiano Ronaldo. A lot of people have attributed to themselves that they are the reason behind Cristiano Ronaldo's injury. So the Real Madrid forward missed Portugal's previous 2 warm-up matches through injury, but the 29-year-old has returned to the side and is ready for the Ireland game. He trained on Saturday, and on Sunday he did a light jogging and a warm-up. So he's very, very strong for Portugal's international friendly against the Irish national team. You remember they'll be playing Ghana in their last game of the FIFA 2014 World Cup. Away from the camp of Cristiano Ronaldo and the Portuguese national team, we move on to the Cameroonian national team, and they are currently in Brazil. They have landed in Brazil for the 2014 World Cup after initially failing to board the flight to Brazil, considering the fact that the FA, that's the Cameroonian FA, failed to agree terms on the bonuses as far as the World Cup is concerned. So the squad, including Chelsea striker Samuel Eto'o, refused to board the flight to Brazil, but they are now in Brazil. So team coach Volker Finke also had chit-chat with the players, and the players complained that the 61,000 for themselves as far as the winning bonus is concerned was not enough, so they are not boarding the flight to Brazil. But now the FA and the players have settled the issue, and it's now done and dusted. The indomitable Lions are now in Brazil for the 2014 FIFA World Cup, and they are paired in Group A alongside host nation Brazil, Croatia, and the Mexican national team. Away from the camp of Cameroon, we switch attention to a former legend of the Netherlands national team. He has tipped an African country to cause an upstage as far as the 2014 FIFA World Cup is concerned. Now the African countries are representing the continent in that is the World Cup, and we have Ghana, who reached the quarterfinals in the last edition in 2010 in South Africa. But other countries will also be representing. We have the Cameroonian national team, we have the Cote d'Ivoire national team, Algeria are also in the squad, as well as the Black Stars of Ghana. And the question is, can any African country ever win the World Cup? But Ruud Gullit says he's tipping any of the other African countries to cause a surprise at the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Gullit played at the 1990 World Cup but missed the USA 94 World Cup after walking out of a pre-tournament exercise. And Ghana are in a tough group with Germany, Portugal, and then the United States of America. And Cameroon play host Brazil, Croatia, and Mexico in Group A. As to whether an African country can win a World Cup is another question altogether, and people say it's $1 million question, and definitely it's $1 million question. But Ruud Gullit has tipped Brazil to also be the country to beat in the 2014 World Cup. Away from that, but still in the camp of Brazil, former legend of the Brazil national team Vitor Boba Ferreira, commonly known as Rivaldo, says Brazil don't have the nick to win the World Cup this time round. Brazil, remember, they are hosting the 2014 World Cup, but he's ruling them out of winning the 2014 World Cup. He believes they don't have the necessary players. As coach Luis Felipe Scolari don't have the necessary material to win the World Cup. So that's what Rivaldo thinks. But he has tipped Argentina and even Portugal to win the 2014 FIFA World Cup. He's 42 years now. He's retired from football and doing other philanthropic job as far as the football world is concerned. So Brazil having ruled out by legend Vitor Boba Ferreira, commonly known as Rivaldo. Can Brazil host and win this time round? Away from some World Cup issues, moving on to some club news now, and a former Dutch legend Clarence Seedorf has been fired by the Rossoneri. I'm talking about the AC Milan, the Italian giant, after just few months into his contract with the Rossoneri. The former Italy striker, now Inzaghi, who's 40 years now, will be taking in charge of AC Milan. Seedorf won 11 of his 19 league matches in charge, but Milan finished 8th on the league table, 45 points behind champions, the old ladies of Italian soccer, that's Juventus. So former Netherlands midfielder Seedorf joined Milan as a player in 2002 alongside Filippo Inzaghi, but they all left in 2002, where Filippo Inzaghi took charge of the youth team of AC Milan. So he's now the main man as far as AC Milan saddle is concerned. Away from the camp of AC Milan, we're moving over to the camp of Manchester United, and they are ready to listen to offers for Belgian midfielder Marouane Fellaini. He joined from Everton when David Moyes was in charge, but did not live up to the billing as far as Manchester squad is concerned. He was bought at £27.5 million, but Manchester said they are ready to offload the Belgian striker at just £15 million. So clubs who are ready to soup on to the midfielder will be paying some £15 million for the Belgian international. Away from some football news, we're ending the sports segment with some tennis news, and the ranking for the men's and the women's is already up, and Rafael Nadal is now leading the pack in the men's ranking, and in the second spot is now Novak Djokovic. He's from Serbia, and Stanislav Wawrinka is in the third spot. Roger Federer has slammed to the fourth spot. Andy Murray, the British number one, is in the fifth spot, and Thomas Berdych is also in the sixth spot. David Ferrer of Spain is in the seventh spot. Juan Martin Del Potro, Milos Raonic, and Enes Gobis follow in that order. So the women's ranking is also out, and then we have earlier on I told you Rafael Nadal is leading the pack, and we now have Heather Watson taking over the number one spot in the world ranking. So that's how we're going to conclude the sports segment on the First Line Morning Show. My name always Adamu Muftau, and I've been telling you always that if you need to be strong early in the morning to get going, then it has to be Cocoa King. Which nutritious meal do you prefer? Is it going to be cocoa? Is it going to be Hausa cocoa? Is it going to be Ekogbemi? Is it Oblayo? Or whatever you wish, then Cocoa King is at your service. Cocoa King, they provide you with the most nutritious meal that you can ever have. And then if you really need to look smart, sharp, with some suits and shirts and get going in town and get going to the office, then it has to be 247 Unisex Boutique. Yes, 247 Unisex Boutique. You can get your quality shoes, your quality men's suit, your quality belt, and your quality shirt. 247 is located at North Kaneshi opposite the Barclays Bank. You can also contact them on 0244672591, 0244672591, or 0264264436, 0264264436. If you really want to know good, 247, it's at your service. And if you really need a nutritious breakfast, then it has to be Cocoa